are, day 4 at the 47th Annual National Championship Air Races. I've got a special treat for you today. I've got the inside scoop on some of our top aerobatic performers. That's right. So come with me and we're going to go see who we can find.
Well, I'm going to try to show you some things that you don't expect an airplane to do. I'm going to make it do things that you've never seen before, and I want to surprise you.
Oh, sounds exciting. Do you have any new maneuvers?
Yeah, I have a couple of new little tricks: end over end, backwards, forwards, upside down.
What is our crowd favorites?
Our crowd favorite is usually the bright wing maneuver, they call it here. It's where the airplane basically turns end over end 3 times and then flies away.
What your fans are going to see today is me take 10,000 horsepower, 6,500 pounds of thrust being pushed down the runway with a full afterburner to beat Michael Goulian.
Ah, and who is Michael Goulian?
Michael Goulian will be flying the Air Show Buzz, Sony-sponsored Extra 300, actually Extra 330 SC aircraft, and hopefully we're going to beat him today.
Yeah, what the fans are going to see out of the ASB Extra 300 really is down low, in front, high energy, rolling fast, pulling hard, batting all the G, putting one of these rock and roll performances in the sky out for the race fans. And also be doing a little bit of flying with Bill Bracken against his jet car this weekend, which is really quite fun. He and I are going to get out there, him on the runway doing about 300 miles an hour, me trying to catch him out there, so it's another thing to do.
This is where air show greats like Harold Cryer, Art Scholl, Dwayne Cole, Jimmy Franklin, all these guys have flown this. Wayne Hanley, I don't want to forget Wayne, he's a great guy. All these guys have flown this show, and to be part of that group is giving me a chill right now. I'm a humble guy, and I'm feeling pretty good about being here.
Walk us through a little bit of your performance. Tell us what's going to be going on up there.
Oh, pull really hard. Push really hard. Pay attention to where you're at. Speeds are going from 0 when I hover, 250 miles an hour at very high speeds, 10 positive G's on the body when you pull back on the stick. Multitasking, thinking ahead, what's next, as you're just literally getting beat up and running a marathon race, and all inside of 12 minutes inside the airplane.
As you can see, we have some of the world's top aerobatic performers, including a special guest appearance by Bill and his Smoke and Thunder jet car. If you haven't made it out, tomorrow is your last day, so come on out to the air races and enjoy the fun.
Hi, this is Steve the Wild Thing Stavrakakis coming to you from the 47th running of the National Championship Reno Air Races right here at Stead Field, Reno, Nevada. What a day it's been. It's now Saturday afternoon. We have one more full day of competition left. The fans have been treated to some of the greatest racing, and get this, country music legend Aaron Tippin and the Reno Silver Dollar Chorus both performed at opening ceremonies today. What a thrill and a treat it was for our crowd. They loved it. In races earlier today, the bronze race today started with Earl Allen with over 100 races to his credit now, finishing second to Jonathan Gurley. Rookie Jacob Stewart finished 3rd place. In the Formula One class, there weren't a lot of changes with the exception of one notable thing. Of the 4 races this week, Tom Watching has dead stick landed twice. Not a real good percentage, but he got down safe, saved the airplane every time. In the T6 class, Dennis Buin won the heat race, and race favorite and past champion Nick Macy had engine problems early in the week, which forced him to start in the last place. He cut the deadline on the start and was disqualified for the day's race, but he'll be back out tomorrow in his quest for another gold. In the sport class, Jeff Lavelle has been walking away from the field with a speed of 351 miles per hour. He's been far enough ahead that he could cut a pylon and still win the race after the penalty. In the super sport class, Lynn Farnsworth was forced to make a precautionary Mayday landing today after doing a cylinder change last night. Even though they worked on the plane all night, things just didn't look or feel right today's race. George Gibney, who also has been working on his plane after blowing a head gasket yesterday, which caused radiator damage, will do another all-nighter tonight so that he can make that Super Sport Gold race tomorrow. On one note of interest, Jeff Lavelle is looking to bump up from the sport class into the Super Sport. With all the mechanical problems Super Sport has had this year, he could actually make the podium with his sport plane racer. In the jet class, past gold winner and course record setter astronaut Kurt Brown added another victory to his resume. His closest competition, Top Gun pilot Mike Mangold, was disqualified for flying too high on the course. Knowing Mike as I do, I can guarantee you that this is the first time he's ever been in trouble for flying too high. And on to the Unlimiteds, the crowd favorites. Jimmy Leeward in the historic P51 Mustang, the Galloping Ghost, continues his comeback and climb to the top by winning today's silver race and securing a spot in tomorrow's Run for the Gold. He easily bested the field with a close to a 40-second lead by the end of the race. Jimmy told me he had a winning airplane, and it looks like he may have been telling me the truth. Keep in mind that Jimmy started out in the medallion race earlier this week, which he had to win. That moved him into the bronze race, which he also won, which allowed him to race in the silver race today, which he also won. So now that moves him into the gold, and I look for him to be one of the top 3 airplanes tomorrow in the Unlimited Gold race. In the gold finale today, though, reigning world champion and pole setter, 23-year-old Stephen Hinton logged a 503 mile-per-hour lap on his way to an easy victory. He lapped all but 3 airplanes and finished over 30 seconds ahead of Mr. John Penny in the round engine race favorite, Rare Bear. One of our race favorites, Will Whiteside, in race number 5, Voodoo, maydayed out of the race with a mechanical problem. I talked to Will just a few minutes ago, and he said it was the worst mayday he ever had. We're not sure if Voodoo has a spare engine or not. If they do, his crew should plan on doing an all-nighter. If they don't, they've got a year to get Voodoo back in the air. With all of the engine problems leading up to the races that prevented most of our favored Sea Furies from returning this year, and the loss of Dreadnought yesterday, we have some newcomers to tomorrow's gold race, which includes both of the very rare F7F Tiger Cats, a little Yak, a couple of Mustangs that are usually found in the silver race, so it's going to be a whole different shakeup in tomorrow's gold race. Keep in mind, Jimmy Leeward has earned Galloping Ghost a spot in tomorrow's final dance, and early predictions would be that the race should be between Strega, Rare Bear, and an unknown commodity, the Galloping Ghost. Either way, as always, the Unlimited finale guarantees to be a nail-biter and always a crowd pleaser. If you can't be with us in person for tomorrow's money races, stay tuned to this podcast for a complete rundown of the results from the 47th running of the National Championship Air Races. Again, this is Steve the Wild Thing Stavrakakis saying, if you can't fly low, turn left, and go fast, watch the podcast and we'll do it for you.